Hello nursery, how are you all doing? It's time for some more phonics. Now in a moment we're going to make some more silly soup, but first we're going to look at the letters that we've learnt so far. Can you believe it? We're already on our fourth letter. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're doing so well. Now this is the first letter that we learned. Can you remember the sound that it makes? I'll give you a clue. I'll do the action. The sound it makes is S. S. The letters, and the letter is called an S. So the letter S makes a S sound. The next letter we learned was this one. Let me show it to you. Here it is. What sound does this letter make? I'll do the action for you. Can you remember? It's ah, ah, ah. Ants on me. It's the letter A which makes an ah sound. The next letter we learned is this letter. What sound does this letter make? I'll show the action. Did that help? It's the t, t, t. Because we're watching a game of tennis and we're watching the ball being hit backwards and forwards. T, t, t. The letter's name is T. Letter T makes a T sound. And this week's letter is the letter P, which makes what sound? P, p, p. That's right, because we are puffing the candles out. Right, I'm going to hold them up one at a time. I want you to shout out the sound that each letter makes. Are you ready? S. Well done. Ah. T. And this week's letter. Very good. Right, let's get on with this silly soup. Behind me, I've got lots of objects that all start with that initial sound. What sound? The P sound. And I've got my great big pot. That's also a P sound to make the silly soup in. Do you remember the rhyme? I'm going to make some silly soup. It's really very silly. I'm going to put it in the fridge to make it nice and chilly. So to do it again, I slightly muddled up the words then. I'll do it properly this time. I'm going to make some silly soup. I'm making soup that's silly. I'm going to cook it in the fridge to make it nice and chilly. I got it right that time. Doesn't really matter. You got the gist. Right, let's see what we've got to put into our soup. Here's the first object. Have a look at it. Now, you can see it, but what is it called? And it starts with a P sound. It is some paint. P, p, paint. Let's pop that in. I'm going to make some silly soup. I'm making soup that's silly. I'm going to cook it in the fridge to make it nice and chilly. What should we put in next? What's this? It smells very nice. Mummies and daddies might squirt it on themselves. It's called perfume. That's right. So let's put the perfume in. Paint and perfume in this soup. Could taste interesting. I'm going to make some silly soup. I'm making soup that's silly. I'm going to cook it in the fridge to make it nice and chilly. What's going in next? What's this object? It's P for plug. That's right. In it goes. I'm going to make some silly soup. Making soup that's silly. I'm going to cook it in the fridge to make it nice and chilly. What's this? It's something you put things in. You can put pencils in it. You can put coins in it, pennies in it. It's a... Actually, I'll sound talk it for you. Pot. It's a pot. Pot's going in next. I'm going to make some silly soup. I'm making soup that's silly. I'm going to put it up here now so you can see it. I'm going to cook it in the fridge to make it nice and chilly. This is a P word. What's this? It's a P for potato. In it goes. Got my spoon in there. Give it a stir. 3 more objects left. I'm going to make some silly soup. I'm making soup that's silly. I'm going to cook it in the fridge to make it nice and chilly. What have we got now? It's a pen. In it goes. 2 more objects left. I'm going to make some silly soup. I'm making soup that's silly. I'm going to cook it in the fridge to make it nice and chilly. I've got a pencil. Well done. And the last object, I'm going to make some silly soup. Making soup that's silly. I'm going to cook it in the fridge to make it nice and chilly. You'll find one of these in the sink or in the bath. What's that? It's a plug. Well done. Pop it in. Give it a final stir. How's that going to taste? Pretty delicious. Lovely. Well done. Thank you very much. I'll see you soon for some more phonics. Bye for now.